Hey guys, quick message before the video. I haven't been uploading recently because I've been working on opening an online store called PipeRealm. You can visit it at piperealm.com. I sell tobacco products such as pipes and vaporizers. Right now, I have some exclusive Jeff the Killer pipes available for sale. For the next 2 weeks, you can use the discount code ScareTheater to get a 20% discount on these. I just want to make it clear, these products are for tobacco use only, and you need to be at least 18 years old to use this site. Thanks. Not too long ago, I uploaded a video about John Lang. John Lang was a man in Fresno, California that claimed to have exposed the corrupt police department of Fresno. In particular, he uncovered a license plate scanning scam, as well as the Fresno Bee news site giving user chat logs to the police department. What made Lang's story stand out was that he claimed that he was being watched and harassed by the police for exposing them. On January 15th, he made a post saying that the Fresno police were going to kill him. 5 days later, his house was on fire, and he was found inside stabbed to death. For the full details of the story, you can watch my last video I made about John Lang. In that video, however, a lot of details were left out, and the whole story was presented very one-sidedly. I would like to correct that by including the full details and showing that Lang may have very well not actually been murdered by the police. I'm not going to go in depth about all the details of the case, since you can just see that in my last video, but I am going to address some of the points that were left out. I'll start with some of the weaker points, and work my way up to the stronger points. The first thing we need to address is the motive behind this. In Lang's posts, he claims the police were harassing him because he exposed their corruption. If that's the case, then why target Lang specifically? Everyone already knows the Fresno police are corrupt. There are several news articles about the Fresno PD corruption, so this is nothing new. In addition, not many people really knew about John Lang before he died. The corruption that he claimed to expose didn't really get him much attention, so the police shouldn't have really had anything to worry about anyway. All the attention came after he was killed. If anything, it would be incredibly stupid if the police actually did kill him. All that did was bring way more attention to this guy and convince way more people of the Fresno police's corruption, which in turn is going to sprout more conspiracy theorists just like John Lang. There are even YouTube channels that exist that are trying to investigate Fresno police corruption because of this event. Does this really seem like something the police would want? Next, I want to go over some of the videos that Lang posted on his YouTube channel that were supposed to serve as evidence of the police department's harassment. Although some people might feel like Lang was totally sane, since he predicted his own death, these videos indicate otherwise. All these videos are taken from surveillance cameras that Lang had set up, and he claims they all showcase suspicious activity. So let's take a look at some of these. One of these videos is titled, "Two Marked Fresno Police Cruisers Preceding Suspicious Garbage Activity." All this video shows is some cop cars going past his house. I'm not sure what's supposed to be so mind-blowing here. He lived on a busy street, so it's not a surprise that cop cars are going to drive by sometimes. He has another similar video on his channel that's 4 minutes long, where essentially nothing happens except for a fire truck passing by at one point. He posted another video that he thought showed someone from Fresno law enforcement conditioning his dogs so they could break into his house when he wasn't home. Sounds interesting, right? Let's take a look at that one. I don't know about you, but this just looks like some random guy walking his dog. I don't see any reason to believe that anything suspicious is going on here. I think all the videos like this on John's channel strongly hint at something like paranoid schizophrenia. The only video John Lang posted that I'll admit appears suspicious at first is the one titled, "Thermal Imaging Threat and Intimidation by Fresno Law Enforcement." This video shows a van parked in front of Lang's house, with the door swung open, and inside, we can see someone pointing this bulky-looking camera out the car. Only a few moments later, they shut the door and drive away. Initially, this seems sketchy to me, but after looking at this from an alternative angle, there could be another explanation. There are people who work in the film industry that have discussed this particular video on Reddit. According to them, The camera seen in the van looks nothing like a thermal camera, and it's more likely that it's a DSLR camera attached to a gimbal stabilizer. In addition, a Redditor who used a gimbal stabilizer before said they would be way too inconvenient to use for surveillance, and they're more commonly used for filmmaking. There are some small indie filmmakers in Fresno, so it's possible the people in the van were doing what is called guerrilla shooting, which is just pulling up, recording the footage they need, and then driving away because they don't have a permit. And look at it this way. If this really were the Fresno police doing surveillance, why would they have made it so obvious and out in the open like this, when there are so many more discreet ways to do the same thing? It just doesn't add up. Finally, let's discuss the disturbing nature of his death. It's really odd that Lang died just days after saying the police were going to kill him. It's even stranger that he suffered stab wounds to his back. That itself should prove that he didn't kill himself, right? Well, not exactly. If you look at the coroner report, the stab wounds were actually in John Lang's chest, not his back, so it's still very well possible he could have done this to himself. Furthermore, the report says that all the entrances to his house were barricaded. They were blocked off so well that the firefighters that arrived to the scene had a difficult time getting in, even using an axe. So, if someone really did kill Lang, how would they have gotten out of the heavily barricaded house? And finally, the most eerie part of the report is the final thing that John Lang recorded. Lang had surveillance cameras in his house that were recording at all times. One day before he died, he turned all of them off. The last thing he recorded was him sitting in his living room holding a large knife. He displayed the knife to the camera before shutting it off. If that doesn't make you reconsider things, then I don't know what will. Whereas initially, this whole event does look like a conspiracy, if you dive a little deeper, you will find this may have been nothing more than the tragic case of a mentally ill man. As much fun as it is to speculate on these types of ideas, it's important to not lose sight of the facts. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.